Great times.
Okay, we gotta educate
Hey, damn,
the
I try my
rookies.
hardest.
You did great.
I was literally sweating, but it's fine.
Oh, Nick's too scared to talk to Toby.
I can't see his eyes. I don't know how he's feeling.
You're funny. Babies are funny.
Babies are funny.
Yeah. It's you, your baby.
I can eat a baby.
Can you lower?
Yeah. Why is this not working?
What's good, kids?
That's good.
What's good? The stream is live, so don't say anything too.
Okay.
Oh, it's live. Gossipy.
Hi, Dad.
Actually, Ethan's in a great place to make shadow puppets right
Wait,
now.
what did I do?
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
Fuck, what did I do?
That's a great shadow snake, Angela.
Adisha, I don't know how to do.
You exited out of Scorekeeper.
Oh, there it is.
Enter code. Hit paste.
Thank you.
Yeah.
If you start game, the time is going to
Yes.
start right away, though.
Okay,
But
I'll-
Ethan have phone. 4188RGJG. Never mind, I have it in my head. Because I just typed it in.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, right away.
I don't have any. What's it say?
4188 RJGG.
Oh, wow.
We're good to
Realistically, that's what I actually remembered. I just translated it before I said it out loud. Also, now it's on the stream, so no one hack in, please. Thanks.
What if? Just what if?
What if
Okay, I don't know if it's working,
we
but
don't have score sheets here. If you hack into our Quad Ball 1, we're fucked. Actually,
Okay,
I hope my mic is
BU versus RPI Game 2. BU won the last game. It was pretty close throughout. Then RPI had an injury and BU sort of ran away with it after that. I think RPI might have been a little demoralized. But we are back on Game 2 now. Looks like BU is once again going to start with the dodgeballs, having won the coin toss. RPI is going to start the quad ball. They've also switched sides of the field. So, yeah, we're about to get started and see what happens.
And then we'll have to try at the end.
Yeah.
50. I would flip. I would flip them so that you have them on the right side.
All right, we got 4 of you now watching, and we are about to start. We got Toby March HRing this game again. LAR is Amish Patel. Got to shout out our ref crew. They came out today. They're volunteering. We love our refs. Please treat your refs nicely when you're playing the game. They don't get paid. They're volunteers. Yeah, looks like for RPI, we've got Kudarauskas starting as keeper. We've got Vasconez, Ojo, and McCall chasing for RPI. Beaters are numbers, I think, 25 and 15. I think 15 is Gaines. I don't really know the beater names, unfortunately. On BU, we've got Sharaba, Himmel, Balawa, and I think, is that Blackburn, maybe? Or is that Dinges? I think that's Dinges starting off as the chasing line for BU. And we've got Cleo Brooks and Will White starting off beating. And do you hear that? That is the whistle that exciting things are about to happen.
I will be off the field.
All right.
That's on him.
I'll turn the field to this side so we can see all the action as this game starts. All right, brooms up. Kudarauskas is going to grab that quad ball. Nothing interesting in the beater game here. All right, Kudarauskas going towards that near side with McCall. Ball goes to McCall. McCall and Kudarauskas switch places. Ball goes to Ojo. Ojo looking for a shot. Passes it to Kudarauskas. Kudarauskas drops a shot. Himmel's going to pick that up for BU. BU beaters are going to clean that up. Oh, looks like Ojo tried to stop Himmel, but Himmel was able to recover. And looks like we're going to have some calls on that play. Oh, looks like we're just going to have an injury sub for Ojo. It looks like we got Cross subbing in for Ojo. All right. BU retains dodgeball control going into this. Himmel has the ball for BU on the near side. Himmel's going to pass it off to Sharaba, it looks like. Yep, Sharaba with the ball. Sharaba passes it to Balawa. Balawa back to Sharaba. Sharaba, pressured by Kudarauskas, goes for a shot on the top hoop. That is going to be our first goal of the game. The score is 10-0 BU.
52.
And would you look at that? The scoreboard works. 10-0. You can see it on the stream. I don't need to constantly announce it. Anyways, Kudarauskas on the far side is going to pass it up to McCall. McCall with Gaines the beater. McCall's going to pass it off to Vescones. Itty and Gaines looking to make a beater play on Brooks. McCall has the ball on the far side. McCall looking for the hoop, tries to pass it back, is going to get blocked by Ginges. Ginges looking to fast break. Passes it off to Sharaba. Sharaba doesn't get... Okay. Balawa gets the ball for BU. Passes it off to Ginges. Ginges gets it through McCall. That's going to be another goal for BU. The score is now 20-0. BU taking an early lead in this game. Looks like Gaines is being subbed in for by Abazia on RPI. Itty's still in the game. Looks like RPI now has dodgeball control too. McCall's going to start with the ball for RPI. McCall looking to run, passes it to Kudarauskas right by hoops. Kudarauskas is not able to get a shot off, and Ginges is going to pick that off for BU. Ginges passes it to Balawa, who gets tackled, wrapped by McCall, who gets beat. Okay, Balawa bringing up the ball. Balawa is going to pass it. Oh, now it's to Sharaba on the near side. Sharaba massed up by Kudarauskas. Cross is able to block that off for RPI. Cross with the ball for RPI. Kudarauskas bringing up the ball. Abazia and Itty still maintaining control for RPI in the dodgeball game. McCall with the ball up top. Passes it to Cross on the near side. Cross to Vescones. Vescones to Cross. Cross being pressured by Balawa. Passes to Vescones. Vescones pressured by Himmel. Back to Cross. Cross crosses it to McCall. McCall pressured by Ginges. McCall gets around Ginges. Goes for the shot. Shot is low. Himmel's going to get the ball for BU. And ref is going to stop play. Ginges is going to get a card for BU for contact from behind. So we're going to get a new... Himmel's now going to be keeper for BU.
Yep, you're going to stand right here.
McCall with the ball for RPI.
I tapped her on the shoulder with one hand.
It looks like BU was able to get dodgeball control in the middle of all of that. RPI is going to pass it back to Cross. Cross looking to run towards the near side. Cross pressured by Himmel. Cross passes it to Vescones, who's not able to catch it. Balawa jumps on the ball, but there's a lot of pressure on Balawa. Looks like Sharaba is ultimately going to win that for BU. Sharaba looking to fast break. Sharaba gets around McCall. Sharaba dodges a beat from Abazia. Sharaba gets the ball in the goal. The score is now 30-0. BU was able to score despite being down a chaser. Great job by BU there. Looks like we have Gaines subbing in for the chaser game for RPI. Kudarauskas is running the ball up the far side of the pitch. So we pass it back to Vescones. Vescones has McCall up top. Vescones is going to pass it all the way to Kudarauskas. Kudarauskas back to Vescones. Vescones pressured by Himmel. Passes it back to McCall. McCall's going to get that ball, but that's going to be a reset on RPI. McCall looking to run, gets around Himmel, passes it to Kudarauskas. Kudarauskas gets beat. McCall picks up the ball. McCall's shot gets blocked by BU. Himmel's going to jump on that. And this is going to remain a scoreless game for RPI. Himmel with the ball, passes it to Shiraba to Bolawa. Bolawa to Shiraba. Shiraba being looked at by Kudarauskas to Bolawa to Dinges to Himmel behind. Himmel passes it to Shiraba. RPI has dodgeball control here. Both those beaters are eyeing Shiraba. Shiraba passes it to Bolawa. Back to Shiraba. Shiraba gets beat up, but Bolawa is able to get the ball. Bolawa goes for the shot, but the shot is no good. McCall is going to end up with the ball for RPI. 5 minutes! And I don't need to keep on saying the score, but I will because I can. The score is 30-0, BU in the lead. Looks like Cross is going to be back in the game for RPI. RPI no longer has dodgeball control. Vascones with the quad ball switches positions with Kudarauskas, passes it to Gaines. Gaines tries to get around Himmel. Gaines still trying to get around Himmel. Gaines goes for a pass to Cross behind. Cross gets beat but is able to get the pass off, and Shiraba with a massive block is able to win the ball for BU. Shiraba is looking to fast break. Kudarauskas is able to slow Shiraba down, but Shiraba gets through. Shiraba tries to get around Gaines, is unable to, passes it off to Dinges. Dinges tries to get around Vascones, still not able to get around, but finally finishes the goal off. The score is now 40-0. BU still in the lead. RPI still with no goals. I think RPI is suffering a little bit with Whitaker out of play and Ojo also seemingly out of play right now. Cross starts with the quad ball for RPI. Looks like we had some subs. Number 80 beating for RPI now. Kudarauskas with the ball, passes it to Vascones. Vascones switches places with Kudarauskas, goes to Cross on the far side, back to Vascones, also on the far side, to Kudarauskas right on the keeper line. Kudarauskas goes for the shot. The shot's called no good. I think that was beat before. Cross still has the ball for RPI, but is under immense pressure. And Donofrio is going to win that ball for BU. Bonnier chasing for BU with the ball. It looks like we had some beater subs as well. Donofrio is going to pass it all the way behind. The ball's going to get passed all the way behind to Donofrio. Bonnier's not going to be able to save this ball before it goes over the keeper line. That's going to be an illegal reset on BU. And Kudarauskas is right there to pick it up. But BU beater 18 is right behind Kudarauskas. Kudarauskas looks like Kudarauskas is just going to go for the shot here.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Kudarauskas' shot goes in. That's going to be RPI's first goal of the game. The score is now 40-10. As you can see on our beautiful scoreboard, I'm so glad that's working. All right. We've got Bonnier starting with the ball for BU. Minor and Suyama beating for BU right now with control. Passes it to Pink Harawat. Pink Harawat pressured by Cross. Passes it to Bonnier. Bonnier to Blackburn. Blackburn to Donofrio. Donofrio has a pass to Pink Harawat, but is not taking it. Dodges a beat. Goes for a shot on the top goal, but it doesn't go in. Pink Harawat with the ball. Pink Harawat looking to get around. Passes it back to Bonnier. Bonnier could take a shot here. Goes for the shot, but it gets picked off by Gaines. Man, I think Donofrio really should have passed it to Pink Harawat back there. I think BU could have finished the goal there if that happened. All right, Gaines with the ball. Guarded by Di Tommaso on beater. Gaines has Vascones towards the middle of the field. Passes it to Cross, though, on the near side behind hoops. Vascones is able to recover it, but gets beat out. There's going to be no goal there, and this is definitely going to be BU's ball. Looks like Donofrio is going to start with it.
You know what I mean? Because that changes how our player does things, and that's immediately a card. Let's go, RPI!
Okay, Donofrio is going to hand it off to Bonnier. Looks like We got Pink Harwa on the near side. Blackburn's running behind. Looks like BU's doing a diamond shape. Pink Harwa with the ball, pressured by Kudarauskas, is able to get a pass off to Blackburn. Blackburn gets beat, but is able to get a pass off to Donofrio. Donofrio trying to get around Cross, passes it to Pink Harwa, but Vascones is going to be able to jump on that ball for RPI.
Hey, defense! Hey, Zach!
All right. Looks like Kudarauskas is running the ball, passes it to Gaines. RPI looking to attack that far side. BU with dodgeball control.
Midline is just going.
Gaines gets around, is right on hoop line, passes it to Vascones. Vascones goes for a mighty shot on that top hoop, and that is going to go in. Great shot by Vascones there. The score is now 40-20. Hopefully the scoreboard will be updated soon. And there's been a stoppage of play.
Just raise your hand and tell Toby what you saw.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what this stoppage is for, but we have stopped play. I'm not going to lie. Start of this game, BU was just scoring goal after goal, and I was very worried that RPI wasn't going to have a chance. But RPI is coming back. I think that BU has a really good front line, but the problem is that beyond their front line, they start to lose a lot of depth, and that's where RPI has really been able to shine in both last game and this game.
Did he like?
If he pays me, I'll be a maid for a price.
Will you wear the
Do anything for me. No fouls on the play. Score stands 40-20.
And you just heard it from Toby March himself. No fouls on the play. The score is 40-20. Anyone know if in the chat know what the stoppage is for? I think refs were just discussing a potential contact penalty, but no call was made. Bonnier with the ball for BU has Donofrio on the far side, and that's who gets the quad ball. BU set up in a diamond formation. Donofrio goes for a shot, passes it off to Blackburn. Blackburn drops the ball. Ball goes to Pink Harwa. Pink Harwa passes it off to Blackburn. Blackburn goes for a shot, but it looks like refs are going to call a stoppage. All right, RPI's, there was a contact call on, looks like Blackburn on BU for low contact, and the quad ball's going to turn over to RPI.
All right, yep, right here. This side.
So, yeah, I didn't see the low contact personally, but RPI was able to win the quad ball there. And Kudarauskas is going to get the ball from Cross. BU is now down a player. RPI has a key opportunity to score. Kudarauskas, looks like we got some sort of box maybe? Okay, Cross is going to get the ball on the near side. Tries to pass it off, but Donofrio is going to be able to block that off. Donofrio with the fast break. Easy shot on the medium hoop. BU puts in a goal despite being down a player. The score is now 50-20. You know, if I had a dime for every time that happened this game, I'd have 2 dimes, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. Okay, now that my soap opera's over, we got Kudarauskas bringing up the ball for RPI. Looks like we've got Cooper Smith back in the game for RPI. Cooper Smith is going to pass it off to Gaines. Gaines pressured by Bonnier, passes it to Cross. Cross gets the ball but is unable to shoot. Pink Harawat's going to get the ball for BU. And just like that, Blackburn's going to be back in the game. Meanwhile, Donofrio with another fast break. That's going to be another goal for BU while they were down a player. The score is now 60-20. BU is running away with it. It looks like RPI has sort of lost that momentum they were gaining. Looks like we got Itty back in the beater game for RPI. All right. Kudarauskas bringing up the ball. Donofrio is cooking. I agree, Molly French. All right. Cooper Smith with the ball. Passes it to Napoli. Napoli back to Cooper Smith. Cooper Smith being looked at by Donofrio. Passes it to Napoli. Back to Cooper Smith. Goes all the way behind. RPI is not able to score on that, but Napoli recovers. Napoli shot to pass to Gaines. Gaines looking for that medium hoop. Gaines does not find that medium hoop. All right, Donofrio with, another fast break. at the ref. Ref is okay. Donofrio gets a goal in. The score is 70-20. Our LAR Amish is okay, despite being run into on that fast break. But
I stopped to check on my LAR.
Okay, I was not clear about that because the whole game was moving.
All right, pause game.
I don't know what's happening.
I paused the first time. I was the only one who
I mean, sure, you're okay.
So there was just a goal by red. Was there a goal by black immediately before that?
no.
No.
our score is 70-20.
Yeah, so that's what I remember. So yes. Yep. Score stands as it is.
Are you okay? You two of the crew got to lit up once, almost lit up once.
Donofrio is unstoppable. Donofrio will run through anyone. It doesn't matter.
That's all you know how to roll.
Yeah, I saw that. That was a good roll on the ish.
My player's hand went through the ball in it.
I personally thought that was a goal, but I'm just the commentator, so I can't do anything. I'm so sorry.
No, Sam, that was legit through. That was a goal. I did not. Goals on play? Yes, I agree. 70-30.
Okay, it looks like RPI was declared good on their last goal, so the score is now 70-30. Yeah, I was going to say, I personally thought that went through. I'm glad that the refs are counting it as a goal. My feelings don't matter, of course, but I'm glad that they were rectified.
So you missed a goal.
All right, looks like we got Abazia subbing in for Beater for RPI. Kudarauskas keeping for RPI, has not subbed out at all this game. Gaines with the ball. Gaines passes it to Kudarauskas. Kudarauskas back to Gaines. Gaines matched up by Bonnier. Goes for a shot. Shot's low. And RPI player was off broom when they threw that. But I guess Gaines still has the ball. Gaines goes for the shot. Shot does not go in. Blackburn's going to jump on that for... What? Blackburn was off broom for some reason. Donofrio gets the ball for RPI. Sorry. Donofrio gets the ball for BU. BU is making a lot of subs right now.
Our player too.
Yeah, a lot just happened there. And also nothing because someone scored. But yeah, BU just made a bunch of subs, so forgive me if I don't know the names. Bulawa with the ball up top. Bulawa passes it to Donofrio. Donofrio is getting matched up by Napoli. Passes it to Sharaba. Sharaba, okay. I think what happened there is ball did not go through, but RPI Chaser blocked it through the hoop, which is not allowed by a chaser. So BU will get a goal there. The score is now 80-30. Sorry, I'm not keeping up with the... Okay. Kudarauskas is going to pass it to Cooper Smith. Cooper Smith being looked at by Donofrio. Donofrio gets the block. Donofrio wins the ball. Donofrio being matched up by Gaines. Gets around Gaines. Goes for the medium hoop. That's going to be yet another fast break by Donofrio. The score is now 90-30. I think I can officially say that BU is running away with this game. Just... The fast breaks being mainly scored by Donofrio. RPI has just not been able to keep up. I think they need to keep their beaters a little further back to prevent that from happening. Kudarauskas with the ball is going to pass it to Cooper Smith. Cooper Smith going towards that far side, also has Napoli on that far side. Gaines is behind Cooper Smith. Gaines is going to get the ball. Gaines is being guarded by beater Abazia. Looks like we just had a beat on a BU chaser. Gaines is going to pass it to Kudarauskas. Kudarauskas shoots, but it doesn't go in. Cooper Smith's going to win that ball for RPI. Cooper Smith waiting. Passes it to Gaines after receiving pressure. Gaines gets beat by Brooks. And we've got Dinges looking to run. Dinges passes it to Sharaba. Sharaba puts it in on the top hoop. That's going to be yet another goal for BU. Score is 130, as you can actually see on the live stream.
15
Molly, you're
minutes!
so good. I appreciate the corrections on the pronunciation. It's Donofrio, and I will try to do better this time. All right, Kudarauskas is going to pass it off to Gaines. Ooh, Kudarauskas tries to set a pick on Dinges. Doesn't really work. Gaines fakes a pass, passes it back to Kudarauskas, to Vascones. Vascones passes it to Napoli, who gets beat out. Great beat by Will White there. Looks like we've got Himmel running up the ball for BU. Himmel with beater 78 Rivera. Oh, Balawa scored pass it to Dinges. Dinges scored pass it behind to Himmel. Himmel looking for a shot. Himmel scoring pass it to Sharaba, who was able to get control of it just now. Sharaba looking to shoot, goes for the medium hoop. That's going to be yet another goal for BU. The score is now 110-30. All right, looks like we've got Kudarauskas subbing off for RPI finally. McCall is in the game. Kudarauskas, I think, has not subbed off at all at this game. It really deserves the rest. Anyways, back to the pitch. We've got Gaines with the ball. McCall running behind hoops. Vascones towards the midline. Gaines looking to go through, passes it to Napoli. Napoli scores a goal, and finally RPI has scored another. The score is now 110-40. Dinges is going to pass it off to Balawa, who's going to start off this possession for BU. Balawa to Sharaba. McCall looking at Sharaba. Doesn't make a move yet, though. All right. Sharaba passes it back to Himmel. Himmel gets beat by Itty, or at least attempted beat. Balawa gets the ball, passes it to Sharaba. Sharaba looking to shoot on the top hoop, gets it in. The score is going to be 120-40. Okay, McCall with the ball. It looks like BU does not have dodgeball control right now. Itty has one dodgeball. Abazi is looking to find another one. We've got, okay. Vascones with the ball on the near side. Vascones is going to pass it to Napoli. Napoli being looked at Balawa. Passes to Vascones to McCall. That's going to go to Gaines. Gaines to Napoli. Napoli's going to score another goal for RPI. But we have a fast break that McCall just stopped. Oh my God, great tackles by McCall there. And Napoli's going to regain the ball for RPI. Oh my God, great play by McCall there. Napoli's going to get stopped. Quad ball's going to fly, but Sharaba's going to get the ball for BU. Oh my God. Great play by McCall there, even though it didn't end up in anything. The score is 120-50, but you don't need me to tell you that. You have a nice scoreboard now. All right, Balawa with the ball, passes it to Sharaba. Sharaba being bet by Napoli. Passes it to Balawa. Keeper Dinges is going to pass it to Himmel. Himmel gets beat by Itty, and Gaines is going to pick that off. RPI now has control of the quad ball. Mason, yes, Isabel is a monster. All right, we've got Gaines taking it slow as RPI makes some subs. Looks like Cooper Smith is going to be back on the field, as well as beater number 80. Gaines has Vascones a little bit down the field on the near side. Also has McCall on the far side. Ball's going to go to McCall. Balawa's going to pressure McCall. It's going to go to Cooper Smith up top. Cooper Smith passes it to Gaines. Gaines should look for a shot here. Doesn't. Passes it to Vascones. Vascones gets beat, so the goal is no good. But Gaines is able to get the ball for RPI. Gaines passes it. Oh. Okay. I think McCall took a bit of a fall there, but looks completely okay. I think they're just going to check on McCall and see what happens. We should resume pretty shortly. All right, yeah. McCall is completely okay, but still getting subbed off. Cross is going to be keeping for RPI now.
They tried.
Go EMTs.
Himmel has the ball for BU. I see one dodgeball on the ground, one and two in the hands of RPI. So BU currently doesn't have any dodgeballs. Okay, now they do. They just picked it up. Himmel with the ball. Himmel passes it to Balawa. Balawa is going to pass it to Dinges, who immediately gets beat. Cross is going to try to win that ball, but Bilal is able to get it. Sharaba with the ball. Sharaba being looked at by Cross. Sharaba taking it slow, passes it to Himmel on the far side. Himmel being pressured by Cooper Smith. Cooper Smith is off Broom though. Himmel passes it to Bilawa. Bilawa passes it over the hoop to Sharaba. Sharaba dodges a beat by Itty. Sharaba goes for the shot. That is going to be another goal for BU right at 20 minutes. The score is now, I believe, 130 to 50. It'll up. Yep, there we go. It's updated now.
They're going to call it
All right, refs are having some sort of discussion. If I had to bet, it would be if whether or not that was actually last possession or not with how the timing worked. But yeah, I'm guessing that we will see the teams return to their benches soon and discuss what they want to do for flag runner on pitch. It looks like we have the same flag runner as last time, Stephen Tremple. Last game, Stephen Tremple went completely uncaught. We'll see if Stephen can remain that record this game. Yep, goal was called good, and the teams are going off pitch to take their break before the flag runner is on the pitch. Last game, we came into flag runner on pitch with RPI only 2 goals behind BU. This game is looking a lot different. BU currently has an 8-goal lead on RPI. I think RPI is suffering from having both a lower roster and quite a bit of injuries, unfortunately. I'm not going to lie, I don't really see a way that RPI retakes this, but this is quad ball. I have seen crazier things happen in this game. Yeah, our set score is 190 because BU has the highest score. So 130, which is their score, plus 60 gives us our set score of 190. To put this game away, BU would need to catch the flag runner and score 3 goals, or they can just score 6 goals, which is what happened last game. Looks like since Ojo is not playing for RPI due to injury,
I don't know if you care.
looks like Kudaraskas, who's been doing a lot of keeping for RPI, is going to be seeking. On B's, and I
want to let you know because
I see both Minor and Ping Karawat with the yellow, so I'm not quite sure which one they're going to send out, but they'll send out someone. Thanks. Shout out Ethan for the fact that we have a scoreboard now. So yeah, it looks like we've got Ping Karawat seeking for BU.
Yeah.
Strong first, then fluid.
All right, I've been pronouncing your last name as Ping Karawat. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's not bad. That's pretty good.
Cool.
Yeah.
See here, I know it's close. I'm going to have you start right in front here just so I can see you.
Yep. And we've got the lovely commuter rail behind us. It's very considerate that the commuter rail has only come during stoppages so far.
Brady, are you counting down or do you want me to?
Looks like BU made some chaser subs. Actually, just some subs in general. We've got 28 for BU. Let's see if I can suss out that last name from here. Oaks. Yeah, we got Oaks playing chaser for BU. We got Finkel. I think that's Finkenberg playing beater for BU too.
All right. Seekers, I'm going to count you down. Remember,
I don't think RPI really made any subs. We got Gaines, Cross, Cooper Smith, and Vasconez in the chaser game. We've got beater 80, and I don't see the other. Oh, Di Tommaso, I think, subbed in for RPI in the beater game. Yeah, we got Kudaraskas seeking for RPI. We've got Ping Karawat seeking for BU. Honestly, I sort of don't think we're going to see beaters on flag runner this time. We'll see what happens, but I sort of don't think flag runner is going to be super important to BU this time.
We're missing a couple people anyways, and now there's like
Yeah, it looks like the coaches are just having some discussions with the refs about contact calls. So once they resolve their differences, we'll be able to restart this game. And yes, we are about to start. Cross has the quad ball for RPI.
10, 9, 8.
Seekers are about to get
7,
released.
6, 5.
Will White is
4,
making some beater
3,
plays for
2,
BU. Cross is
1.
running up.
Seeker
I don't see
lead.
any beaters in this quad ball game. Gaines with the ball. Gaines going on the... Sorry. I cannot talk with this computer around. Okay. Gaines goes for a shot. Shot is no good. Looks like we've got Dinges looking for a fast break. And Dinges gets the fast break. BU has scored one of their 6 goals they need to end this. Let's look at what's happening in the Seeker game in the meantime.
Let's go, Steven!
Looks like RPI, looks like we've got dodgeball showdown with Steven, our flag runner. Okay, we've got Cross up top, passes it to Cooper Smith who gets beat. Oaks is going to try to pick that up but is unable to. Cross picks it up but gets beat out. Dinges with another fast break. Dinges passes it off to Sharaba. Sharaba finishes it off. We're now at 2 out of 6 goals. BU needs to put this away. Let's look at the Seeker game. Looks like Ping Karawat isn't really going for Steven here. It looks like Ping Karawat is mostly defensive seeking. All right, back to quad ball. We've got Cross going up the near side, pressured by Oaks. Passes it to Cooper Smith. Cooper Smith back to Cross. Cross taking it slow, pressured by Oaks once again. Cross gets around Oaks, passes it to Gaines. Gaines passes it to Cooper Smith. Cooper Smith gets it in. Great passing by RPI there. Great positioning by Cooper Smith. The score is now 150-60. Ping Karawat looking to catch Steven Tremple. All right, Oaks gets beat out, but Dinges is able to pick up the quad ball. Dinges dunks it on the medium hoop. Toby March is saying that is no good. Sharaba goes for attempt number 2. This attempt will be called good. BU now only needs 3 more goals or a flag running catch to put this away. Speaking of the flag runner, let's see what's happening. Brooks is going to beat out Kudarauskas, and Ping Karawat is going to get some free time with the flag runner.
Gotta get in there, Fred. Make an attempt. Hard dive. You gotta commit.
Yeah, it looks like BU is getting a lot of uncontested time with the flag runner. Okay, Ping Karawat gets beat up by Di Tommaso, but back to the quad ball game. We've got McCall bringing up the ball on the near side. McCall pressured by Oaks. McCall gets around Oaks, passes it to Gaines. Gaines being looked at by Dinges. Gaines tries to get around Dinges, is unable to. Tries again. Goes for a pass to Vascones. Vascones rips a shot, but it gets blocked. McCall's able to recover. Passes it to Vascones. Vascones and Oaks are going to fight for the ball. Vascones wins. Also, Oaks gets beat out. Vascones now gets beat out, but Gaines is there to recover it. Gaines passes it to Cooper Smith. Cooper Smith is being wrapped up by Sharaba. Cooper Smith drops the ball, or maybe tries to pass it. Either way, Sharaba gets that ball. And we're going to have a stoppage of play. It looks like a penalty. I don't think anyone has gotten close to catching our flag runner, Steven Tremple, yet.
I mean, there was a time I knocked the flag off.
Okay. I'm being told that the flag was knocked off at one point. Okay. Yeah. Thanks. There you go. Yeah, set score is 90. BU needs a flag running catch or 3 goals to put this game away. RPI is 10 goals behind, so I'm not going to count them out completely, but I sort of don't see them winning.
Does red number 39 have any penalties so far?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Red number 39.
And it looks like Sharaba is going to get a yellow card for illegal contact from BU. Can they hear me? Yeah, I think I should be fine.
Yeah.
Evan, stop breaking the
Let's
rules.
see.
Come on. You know better.
Oaks is going to pick up the quad ball. Is being pressured by Cooper Smith. Oaks drops the ball, but Dinges is going to get the ball. Dinges is being pursued by McCall. Dinges looks to run, gets beat up by a huge beat by Di Tommaso. Great beat there, and McCall's going to pick up the ball for RPI. Looks like BU has dodgeball control and is heavily trained on the flag runner. Meanwhile, McCall in the quad ball game passes it to Gaines. Himmel's going to pick it off, and that's going to go out of bounds. So so I think that's going to be RPI's inbound. Yeah, Gaines is going to get to inbound that ball. Great block by Himmel. It just unfortunately went out of bounds. But at the very least, it did cut off RPI's momentum there.
Oh, at the secret. It's not at the beginning.
No, I think it was
It looks like Minor, the BU seeker, is getting some alone time with the flag runner. Kudarauskas is still seeking for RPI here, but is further away and also has to deal with Brooks, who's beating for BU. And I think I don't know where the other BU beater is right now, to be honest. But all right, but yeah, Gaines is going to start with the ball, guarded by Himmel on that near side, right about at hoop line. So Gaines doesn't really have many great options. Runs around up top. Gaines is going to pass it to Cooper Smith. Cooper Smith gets the ball, scores it. That's the second time Cooper Smith has scored a goal like that. Cooper Smith is doing a great job for RPI. RPI is slowly but surely racking up some goals in this flag runner on pitch. Ginger's starting with the quad ball, passes it off to Oaks.
You can't just reach, your arms are too short. You have
Oaks
to dive.
back to Dinges. Dinges back to Oaks. Oaks is going to get beat out by Abazia. McCall's going to jump on that ball for RPI. McCall runs, passes it to Gaines. Gaines looking to get around Dinges. Gets around Dinges. That's going to be yet another goal for RPI. I think that's 3 in a row for them. The score is now 80 to 160. Dinges with the ball for BU. Now Oaks with the ball for BU. Meanwhile, Minor is getting some alone time with the flag runner. Okay, Oaks bringing up the ball in the center of the field is going to pass it to Sharaba on the near side. Sharaba being looked at by McCall. Sharaba passes it to, I think, Dinges, yeah. Donofrio is going to pick that up, though. Donofrio with the ball, dodges a beat by beater 80 on RPI, goes for the shot, but Gaines is going to block it. Sharaba is going to pick it up. Sharaba slides and is brought down by McCall and Cooper Smith. And Cooper Smith is going to win that ball for RPI. I don't know what just happened there. Looks like Donofrio tried to steal it, but might have done something illegal. Oh, Donofrio's off broom. Okay. So RPI is going to remain with the quad ball here.
Sneak catch could work. Steven's pretty on top of that.
All right. Dinges taking it slow. Sorry, Gaines taking it slow. Gaines being looked at by Dinges. Gaines gets around Dinges, looks for the medium hoop. Ball is called no good. Donofrio is going to pick that up and go for the fast break. Donofrio, no pressure, gets it in. BU now only needs 2 more goals to put this game away.
They can't do that. They can't.
Looks like RPI has dodgeball control. Abazia is going to beat out Brooks. And Flag Runner is completely alone. No one pursuing Flag Runner. Looks like Kudarauskas is going to change that, though. Kudarauskas looking to catch Tremple. All right, but back to quad ball. McCall has the quad ball on the far side of the pitch. Passes it to Vascones. Vascones to Napoli. Napoli to Gaines. Gaines looking to get on that medium hoop. Passes it to McCall. McCall goes for a shot on that short hoop. It doesn't go in. What? Vascones gets the ball. There's a stoppage. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I think I saw Toby March potentially say that was a good goal. Ball is still live and there's no goal.
He got a couple catches like early on, like he caught it opener as like the first like a
No goal.
Sam, no.
My player has a ball in his hand. Ball does not play.
Yeah, that was late.
He might get it.
That should be RPI.
Yeah, just some discussion on who gets what ball as we restart play here.
I'm so cute.
Yeah, it looks like Vascones is going to start with the quad ball here because Vascones did have the quad ball before the stoppage of play. Vascones backs up. Vascones passes it to Gaines. Gaines looking to get around Dinges. Gaines passes it off to Napoli. Napoli to McCall. McCall's shot goes over the hoop. Vascones recovers, being tackled by Dinges. Vascones still with the ball, but being wrapped up. I think this is probably going to end in BU's ball. Yeah, it looks like Brooks is beating out all those Brooks is beating out all those RPI chasers here. Sorry, their uniforms just look so similar. I can't. And looks like I don't know. There's a stoppage of play here. Looks like there's going to be some deliberation on who gets the ball here. Oh, looks like we got Blackburn back in for BU. And Blackburn's going to start the ball, guarded by McCall. Vascones is also there, too, for RPI. Oh, Vascones is off Broom, though. So it's basically just McCall. I think Blackburn's going to look to pass it off to Donofrio. Oh, just kidding. Both the RPI chasers are off Broom. So Blackburn is really under no pressure here. Donofrio's looking to fast break. Donofrio gets around Napoli, passes it off to Sharaba, and Sharaba's going to score. BU only needs one more goal to put this game away, or a flag running catch. Will Steven Trumple remain uncaught? That remains to be seen. Minor is fiercely pursuing our flag runner right now. Looks like Finkenberg is beating for BU. McCall with the quad ball for RPI. McCall's going to pass it off to Vascones. Vascones back to McCall. McCall to Vascones. Vascones to Napoli. Napoli looking to get around Donofrio to Vascones. Vascones dodges a high beat. Vascones passes it to Gaines. Gaines looking to drive. Passes it off to Napoli. Napoli not getting wrapped up by Sharaba. Passes it to McCall.
Marty, you gotta dive.
And there's going to be some sort of potential flag on RPI here. Looks like in our flag running game, Minor is with the flag runner. Both of them look exhausted. Kudarauskas is a little further away from the action. I sort of have to imagine Kudarauskas must be really tired. Kudarauskas has been playing a ton of minutes for RPI. And I don't even know if Kudarauskas has a secret sub, to be honest. Looks like there was some penalty on Kudarauskas there. Gaines still has illegal dodgeball spot. All right, McCall passes it. Okay. Looks like BU's going to get that ball. If BU scores this will be the end of the game. Blackburn's going to pass it to Sharaba. Sharaba's going to dump the ball on the small hoop, and that's going to be the end of the game. BU winning. This is going to be BU's second win of the game, and they will face Brandeis now to see who is the top of MQC D1. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you catch us for this next Brandeis v BU game.